Welcome back to another podcast with the Two Cents Show. Today, our guests are really, really special who have changed the Desi Vancouver nights. So, we have Mr. Andrew and Tubbs from Club Mumbai, and now they are here to release a new platform for the bigger artists that is 4Motion Live. So, let's talk to them and discuss what are the plans for 4Motion as well as their upcoming show for Imran Khan. So, we have Andrew and Tubbs from Club Mumbai today with us. How are you guys today?
Doing great.
Doing great. Yeah,
So
thank
thanks for coming to the podcast. It's been a long time we got talking, and finally we are here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much. So we'll start with a bit of the journey. Why did you guys thought like we have to get into the entertainment industry and the nightlife of Vancouver?
Well, I guess I'll start. I've been in the Vancouver nightlife scene for almost 20 years. I responded to a strange Craigslist ad that was like, do you have a lot of friends? Do you like to party? Do you want to make money while you party?
You're like, for sure, yeah.
Literally, that Craigslist ad I responded to. And I started working for a promotion company, and they were paying me, $1 for every person I brought. And this is like 20 years ago, right? And they gave me like 5 drink tickets. And I was like, great, I brought 80 people. I made $80 and I got 5 free drinks. This is the best job ever, right?
Right.
But that slowly started developing into, doing more and more events, doing my own events. And I technically been doing the hip hop space for many, many years.
Right.
And eventually, I started a business called Tubbs Entertainment, which does a lot of the hip hop nightlife stuff at Cabana at the moment. But we've done clubs all over Vancouver for years. And my business partner, Jagrup, who's also part of us with Club Mumbai, he's not here today, but he one day, said to me, he goes, Tubbs, we got to get into the South Asian nightlife scene, right? He's like, we should do something for us, something for Indians, right? And I go, man, no one wants to deal with us, man. No club's going to give us a space.
Was like nobody doing it at the moment?
No one was doing anything consistent. So there were people that were maybe doing events
Here and
once
there.
here and there, long weekend, maybe a special theme night here and there, but it was maybe once every few months, nothing very consistent. And he said to me, he goes, we need a space. Because what actually happened was me and him actually went out on a weekday and we went to like a few different places and there were so many Latino nights. And he goes, we have way more Desis than we do Latinos. He's like, how come we don't have anything for us to go
Right.
consistently?
No night for
I
us.
go, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We definitely need something. But I also looked at him and I said, you and me are the most whitewashed brown kids ever. I'm like, what are we going to do, right? And then I remember, I had a good friend, Andrew here, who was actually in the Punjabi music space. So Andrew and his partner TBM, they had a company at the time that was focused in record label.
That's right.
Right, they were producing music. So TBM is a music producer. He's our 4th partner.
Okay. Punjabi music?
Punjabi music, yeah. So he's a Punjabi music producer in the scene. Andrew was managing their business. And I was like, hey, I have a friend from college. His name is Andrew. Let me talk to him. And so we were at a wedding. And I just said to him, I'm like, hey, man, like, would you and your partner be interested in just chatting about this?
Yeah.
We want to start a South Asian, night. And if you guys can figure out the entertainment and the music, we'll make sure the club contracts is proper and we'll make sure everybody makes money. But we need somebody to help us with the entertainment music side of it. So the 4 of us had a meeting. It sounded great on paper. The idea was, born, do Club Mumbai,
And that was back in which year?
2019.
2019.
Yeah,
before
well, it was
COVID.
like 2018 that we started kind of the chitter chatter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
But like the idea was for me.
Yeah, we were already evolving at that point. But 2019 is when we officially.
And that time there was nobody doing Indian nights at all in Vancouver.
No, nothing consistent.
Yeah, nothing
Nothing
consistent.
consistent.
Yeah,
Nothing
because
consistent.
that's right.
Yeah.
Because we were the only weekly.
Yeah, we were the first ones to do a weekly. Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Andrew and Tubbs met in college.
We actually went to high school.
Yeah,
High school.
yeah.
Oh,
So
high
yeah,
school.
Yeah, we went to different high schools,
Okay.
but
we
were
grew
both
up in the
part-
same neighborhood.
same neighborhood,
Oh, okay.
few blocks away from each other. Actually, on the same street, to be honest.
Yeah,
Okay.
But just like 10 blocks away from each other. We're on the same
Okay.
street.
yeah.
We were both like part of the basketball programs at each of our schools. So
Right.
even there was one weekend where we all went to Williams Lake together. Like we kind of like met, but like just kind of knew each other. But in college is where we developed our friendship. We became really close. I had my first trip without like my family. We went to Mexico together when we were like 18
That's
years
cool.
old.
Yeah.
Like that was our college time, right?
Right.
But we always kind of stayed in touch. We always stayed kind of friends. We had the same group of friends growing up and all of that. And so
So party guys from childhood.
yeah, and we were both married and stuff, and like we always talked about like when we'd go out with our wives, like we're such good friends, we should figure out something to do business together. And we're like, yeah, one day we'll figure it out. And then when this idea came up, I'm like, yo, I figured something out. Like, we finally got something we can work.
It's ready.
Yeah, so it was always the seed kept growing, since
That's
we had
right.
that.
Yeah, it was a match made in heaven, though. I think it worked out really great. But even before all of that, we were already partying together to begin with. Like,
Yeah,
I think we were going out like 4 or 5 times a week and going all the different nights wherever you can find the special drinks.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, I was a promoter when I was 20, so like these were my customers, my college friends, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we were out all the time.
And where did this name Club Mumbai came from?
Oh,
Yes.
I would say why Club Mumbai?
Why that name?
To be honest, I think where it really came, I think we wanted something that was Indian, but it tied back to nightlife and that theme. And just the two married together, the 4 of us kind of got together. We're just mashing out different types of names, and I think just Club Mumbai, it just had a nice ring.
What's the when you think partying in India, where do you think?
You're right.
Thought, okay,
Bombay, yeah.
Bombay,
Yeah.
that's where the partying capital of India probably is.
But didn't you think like we had less like people from like Bollywood side and more like Desi people from Punjab?
Oh, that was all learnt while running the business.
I think that, those are the kind of things.
But you can't keep like club, maybe like Amritsar. You can't keep that. So I think that
No,
would-
that's not
that
the
would
same
sound
vibe.
Weird.
Or Club Punjab.
Club Punjab.
We've had some we've
Yeah.
had some Google comments that were like, you guys should be called Club Punjab. We're like, oh boy.
Exactly. So I don't think so. Like that would look cool though.
Yeah,
And,
Club
like,
Mumbai has a
Club
good-
Mumbai is like its own vibe. Like all like India is welcome there.
And I think just the mainstream people, even like Gore and stuff, like they know what Mumbai is, and they know that's
Correct.
like a party
Everybody
city,
knows
and
it.
everyone knows it exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it rolls off the tongue better. Like you said, we workshopped a lot of names, but this one sounded
It just
the best.
sounded good, and then we.
Would you mind sharing 1 or 2 what were on the list before?
Man, you're asking me 7 years ago? Like,
I don't even know, but it's definitely not.
I'll check my notebook when I get home.
Definitely didn't sound as good as Club Mumbai. That's for sure.
Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So let's talk about your first night. So how did that happen, and which was your first club, and how did you guys like make it every week?
Yeah.
How did it all come to place?
Like we had a really hard time finding a space. Andrew and I had meetings all over the city. Like I said, I'd already been in nightlife for years, so I had connections with different nightclubs, and there were 8 different clubs that said no to us. That said, hey, we don't want to do a weekly. We don't want to do an Indian night. Ooh, it's off-brand. It's not something that we want to do right now. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. Even clubs that I had been personally working in at the moment,
They said no.
they were also saying no. And so we were a little bit disheartened. We were trying to brainstorm other ways. Oh, do we rent a hall? What do we do? Like, how do we get this idea off the ground? Do we go lease our own space and start our own
Right.
like how do we do this? Eventually I had a contact at Blueprint Events, which Blueprint owns a lot of the big clubs like Celebrities and Fortune and a few other, like they were a lot of the mainstream clubs in Vancouver. And that contact said, hey, you know what? We're going to give you guys a trial for 8 weeks. We'll give you our smallest club, which was MIA at the time. It's a small club in Gastown, holds about less than 150 people. And said, we'll give you an 8-week trial. So, we were ecstatic. We're like, hey, we'll take something. It's something to get our feet
Start
wet
it,
and see
yeah.
if there's a proof of concept, right? So we had a meeting with the venue general manager. And he was like, weekly. He's like, who's going to come weekly to this thing? He's like, no way. Indian night weekly? Not going to happen. I was like,
Not in Vancouver.
yeah, right. We're like, just give us the chance, like we'll make it happen. And
Yeah.
and in 8 weeks, our Thursday was actually making more money than their Fridays and Saturdays. And they were like, wow, you guys are really onto something. You guys have something.
But like, were you guys scared to like start it on Thursdays?
Well, the thing was, we knew we had to be an off night because, most nightclubs have regular programming Fridays and Saturdays. And it's usually going to be in the major genres of hip hop or EDM or house music or whatever that is, right?
Right.
And if they're already generating revenue, they're not going to give us those.
right.
So we had to prove that, hey, this is something people want. Especially like even now, like if you notice, there are some clubs that will do Latin music on a Saturday night now or a Friday night, but that wasn't a thing 10 years ago, 15 years ago, because there wasn't a proof of concept. But there were lots of long weekends that did Latin music. There were lots of weekdays that did Latin music. So we were able to convince them. We said, hey, we'll take the Thursday. That's better than a Monday or something like that.
Monday or Tuesday.
Right, exactly. So we said we'll take a Thursday. It's the beginning of the weekend. A lot of people that are in college and stuff, a lot of them don't even go to school on Friday. They try and jam back and forth so that they can work,
Right.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we're like, we'll do the Thursday. Hopefully we can get a crowd out, and
Right.
luckily it worked.
But like honestly, like as we were talking before, to like kudos to you guys to happen, to make it happen on Thursday.
Thank you.
And like consistently from like 7 years, 7+ years.
7+ years now.
It's
Because
great.
everybody got scared because it's okay. It's still Friday. People still have to go to work with hangover, especially.
Yeah.
And I think that's the beauty of it, though. And I think sometimes people look forward to that.
Like Andrew mentioned, though, when we were in our 20s going to college, we were going out 4 or 5 days a week. So
That's
we were
right.
going out on the Tuesdays. We were going out on the
Wow.
Thursdays. And there is an economy out there. There are people that party during the week because
Yeah.
they're on different schedules.
That's
or
right.
maybe they work weekends because that's their moneymaker.
Maybe some people feel like Friday is a light day. So, yeah, let's go Thursday. Yeah.
Like when I was in college, I made sure I never took more than one class on a Friday. Because I want.
I feel like Thursdays are the fake Fridays.
Yeah, exactly. It's,
There we go.
it's a
Yeah.
pre-party to the Friday. Right?
Yeah.
And honestly, even growing up, our funnest times were on Thursdays because
Yeah.
there used to be
Okay.
a club in New West,
Yes.
Standards.
Yeah.
Okay.
And every week we used to look forward to Thursday Standards. You got to go there.
You had to come line up an hour or two before they opened, and like we would
Yeah.
go every week.
Every week.
Every week.
And that was the
Really?
thing. So
Amazing.
like there was that, we knew that there was an itch for it. And I think we just, again, proof of concept, letting the people know that we were open, making sure the experience was good. And that was it.
But you guys started back in 2019. How did you guys survive the COVID?
That's a great question.
We almost didn't. so
No, I was just going to say we almost didn't, and I think just as to the entire world, COVID came as a shock.
Yeah.
It came a shock, especially into the hospitality entertainment district, as we saw a lot of places shut down, forced to reopen with new procedures,
Right.
new requirements.
So the venue we were at, MIA, we had been there since July 2019. So we were, maybe 8-9 months in when COVID hit in March of 2020, and obviously all the clubs had to close right away. We were just like, okay, you know what? Let's let this flu pass, whatever it is, right? Like let it end. And then when things weren't reopening that summer, MIA actually lost their lease there because they couldn't keep up with the payments and all that. So that business actually went underground, and so we got a call from them saying, hey, even when COVID's over, like, sorry, we don't have the space for you anymore.
Yeah.
And so, we were like, oh, back to starting, like,
Back to square one.
where
We didn't know if we would be able to continue.
Totally.
Really, to be honest.
And so when COVID maybe like kind of ended, trickled out in 2021, one of the venues that said no to us was Levels. And they
So they said no to you?
originally in the beginning, one of the
originally,
first 8 that said no to us was
Right.
Levels, because I knew the assistant manager there. He was a good friend of mine, Kyle, and he got us the meeting. But the GM and the owners, they were like, hey, no, it's off brand for us. We're going to be an EDM venue. We don't want
Right.
to do Indian nights. So originally they said no to us, but when they saw how good we were doing at MIA, when COVID ended and they reopened, Kyle had actually gone from assistant manager to becoming the GM. And so he actually ended up calling me, and he says, hey, I saw what you guys did at MIA. You guys did a great job. And you know what? Now that I'm the manager here, he's like, let's bring you guys in, and we'll continue your Thursday going on here. And we were like, oh my God, what a great venue. Like, we wanted to be here. But we were also like, it's a huge venue compared to 100. You go from 137 person club.
That's right.
To now like a 900 or 1,000.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So it's so we were like,
Daunting.
So many of like
4 or
things were
5 times
running
the
in your
size,
mind.
right?
very very daunting, but we figured it out, and luckily post COVID people came back hungry to party. They hadn't seen their friends in
Like we have suffered enough.
yeah, we want to be outside, right? And I think people had some money saved up, and we started doing really really good numbers out of the gate in 2021, and 2022 was one of our best years ever.
I think that's really post-COVID is when we really started to branch off and starting to do, a little bit bigger shows,
Yeah.
bringing in international artists,
Right.
collaborating with bigger names,
Yeah.
whether it was locally or across the nation or again internationally. That really gave us that platform. Why? Because post-COVID, like Tubbs was saying, a lot of people were coming out and they were willing to party, and
Right.
it really gave. And then because we already had a proof of concept, just Thursday night, like, hey, where are you going to go? You're obviously going to go to Club Mumbai. Where else are you going to go? We knew that we had something here that was brewing. So we're like, okay, I think this is a good opportunity for us to start doing some shows.
And in 2022, like we were doing, anywhere from 700 to 900 people consistently every Thursday.
Yeah.
Because one, the name was getting out there. People, saw the vibe we were bringing. I mean, I think you were saying that you'd come to one of our events there as well, and you'd seen the space. And yeah, like that's like Andrew said, if we're already getting 700 people, 800, 900 people there on a Thursday, then we have the confidence to, okay, maybe if we bring an artist and it costs us a little bit of money, we'll make it back because these people are going to come anyways.
Right.
And that even catapulted us to a new level where like people are like, oh, well, once in a while, these guys are going to bring a really cool act with Raf Sapera, Miss Pooja.
And it's on a Thursday night, by the way.
Yeah.
On a Thursday night.
On a Thursday night.
Yo, Thursday's been like lucky for you guys.
Yeah. So
It was great.
Yeah, it was.
It's been great. Yeah, exactly.
Great. And as you mentioned, a couple of artists. So why did you guys came to Cabana while working in Levels?
So 2022, super busy, 900 people. 2023, as the year progressed, we saw the numbers start to dwindle. And there was lots of factors for this. One, people didn't have that excitement post-COVID, like, oh, I really want to see my friends. It's like, okay, I saw you last week, we're good. So they're not going out as much. Two, maybe they don't have as much money because I know like a lot of people, they were saving a lot of money not going out, so they were spending it all. And we even saw that in like the transactions that were happening at the club. So when people have a lot of money, guess what? People are paying debit and cash a lot more. When they don't have a lot of money,
Credit.
a lot of people are paying credit cards. So we saw the credit card numbers starting to rise and the cash and debit numbers starting to go down. That's when you realize people don't have as much money anymore. So that was in same decline as the number of people that were coming as well.
So immigration could be one of the reasons as well.
That was the
people
third
going
reason.
back as well.
Third reason we looked at is, a lot of people, the immigration numbers of influx of people coming in slowed down, but also, like you said, a lot of people going back. We even had some of our own promoters that are like, oh, Vancouver's too expensive for me to live here. They moved back home.
Or some people move to Calgary as well, a lot.
Outside of BC,
Yeah.
exactly. If Calgary, Manitoba, Saskatchewan are cheaper
right.
states, provinces to stay in, they were moving outside of BC and Ontario, right? So these are lots of factors. So our numbers started going down from 900, 800, 700, 600, 500. And then when you're in that 400 mark, you're kind of like, okay, the space is too big for 400 people. Like the vibe is not the same, the mold's not the same. So that's when we started looking at, okay,
The options.
if we only have 300-400 people that are coming consistently every week, we had a really good base crowd. These people came every single week. Okay, why not laterally expand in the sense of, okay, we'll go to a different club that's smaller. 300-400 people in a club like Cabana is a way better vibe because it's more jam packed. Everyone's in the same space.
Yeah.
You get to build that kind of community a little bit more. But also at that time we expanded to 2 other clubs as well. So we started also doing Fridays at another club called Aura nightclub, and then we started doing Sundays at Studio nightclub.
Yes, I remember you guys at studios.
So not only did we downsize to Cabana, but we also expanded to 3 nights.
Okay.
So it might have looked like we were going backwards, but then we were also taking a step forward in another light.
Right.
And we did that for a full year, right?
And also we were off the strip.
Right.
So this gave us the possibility to be returning onto the strip,
Granville.
being on Granville,
Right.
where the entertainment district is. And then obviously it gave us the ability to expand to the other 2 clubs, which are also on the district.
Right.
But I think at that time we really just needed to make a business move. What was good for the business and what's good for
Or like testing your waters, maybe.
So a lot of people in Toronto, because Toronto is a big city though, like, as compared to Vancouver in terms of entertainment as well. So why Vancouver is not there yet? What do you think?
Well, for one, I think Toronto, it's had many years of decades even to be able to build up that space of entertainment.
Right.
For one thing, they've also got double the population of Vancouver, as we know. Ontario as a whole has got way more people. I think in the rub off from the U.S. when it comes to entertainment as a whole has a big influence in Toronto. I think that was a big thing. But I think for Vancouver and for us specifically, it didn't really matter because we didn't compare ourselves to another city because we were just so focused on getting back to where we originally. Why don't we have something for South Asians in Vancouver? getting back to that original notion. Then we realized, okay, so there's nothing here in Vancouver for us South Asians. Then building it and creating that space within Vancouver, because really Vancouver's got tons of talent. Tons and tons of talent. We see just how many people coming out of the city. Our local, even a large branded producer, Intense, as we all know. He's born and raised in Vancouver, Surrey, and he's doing much, much bigger things. But we really wanted to focus on creating a platform that it showcase these artists and giving everyone a chance, just like us. Like someone gave us a chance, gave us eight weeks here, go Club Mumbai.
8 weeks trial.
Give us a
Look what
chance.
it did.
Now we have the same opportunity to do that for others.
And, just to add to that, this might be a little bit more of a political answer, but you know how people do say, okay, Vancouver is a no-fun city and this and that. The reason behind it is there's a lot of red tape that people don't see. And maybe,
As in?
so I'll give you examples of that. So me being in the industry, this is a few things that we fought for years, and we just haven't been able to get the city to let these things go. So one, like, for example, leaving the bottle for bottle service at your table. You're not allowed to do that in BC. That is illegal. So it's not true bottle service. You go anywhere else in Canada, anywhere else in North America, your bottle stays with you at the table. However, BC thinks that we're going to overserve ourselves or we're going to get too drunk. So you're only allowed...
I didn't know that.
Most people don't. So this is what I'm going to educate you and your viewers today, is you're only allowed to leave 3 ounces per person at that table.
Wow.
That's the maximum. So that's one thing. Now, that's not as fun as having a bottle on your table and you're pouring yourself a drink. Right? That's one. 2, anyone with a liquor primary is not allowed to have hookahs or open fire in a nightclub. So you cannot do hookah and alcohol in the same spot. So if you notice...
In BC or overall?
In BC.
Okay.
In Vancouver, actually. The municipality of Vancouver. So the city...
City of Vancouver.
City of Vancouver doesn't allow it. So if you notice, if you go to some lounges, you are getting either hookah or booze. You're never going to get both in Vancouver. That's something that they don't allow. Now, there are a few places in Burnaby and in the outskirts cities that have started doing it, but that's maybe because their city allows them to do it. But that's only in the last maybe 2 or 3 years. Before that, even in Burnaby and a few other places, you could only do, if you did a hookah,
Either
you
or.
weren't able allowed to sell booze. So these are a few of the things that, like, it takes away from the fun experience.
And also, I think like Toronto crowd is like more diverse in terms of like South Asian crowd as well.
100%.
Here it's just like Punjabi community more, or even like Gujarati. That's all, but there's like more diverse.
100%. I think that's a huge difference, because when you go to Toronto, you do have like the Gujarati community, or you have like the South Indian community.
Yeah.
But here, 80% of it is more of a Punjabi community. And that's something we realized when we named it Club Mumbai. This comes back to your earlier point of why did naming Club Mumbai, is we thought we were going to be playing a little bit of everything. But now you have 80% of the crowd is like yelling Sidhu, keep playing.
But I would say like something cool about you guys is like you guys have like separate room like for Bollywood night and also like for the Punjabi night. It's like all under one roof. Like when I was there too, I was like switching sides.
Yeah.
Like when they were like cooler music on the Punjabi side, I would go there. I would like jump there, and they were like coming back to Bollywood again. Yeah.
So that was a bit of an evolution, believe it or not. So because when we started, like Tubby was saying, is we wanted to make sure that everybody was included. So we wanted to play a little bit of everything. But then we started realizing that we couldn't do that because majority of our guests wanted Sidhu, right? So then that's why we needed to create a separate room where we can highlight more Bollywood music. So then that crowd that really wanted to go and jam out to Bollywood music, they would have a safe space. If you wanted to go to listen to Punjabi music, you could
come there.
Although everybody likes Punjabi, but still everybody still has their own taste.
You were like taking care of your 20% audience.
Exactly. Like, we want to make sure that everyone gets fulfilled when they come, right? So even when we expanded to the 3 nights, the Sunday that we did at studio, that was a strictly Bollywood Sunday. So we only did Bollywood on those nights.
That's right.
Now, I'll give you the opposite side of that. Bollywood crowd doesn't drink as much as the Punjabi crowd does. so though that nightclub owner was always like, man, your sales aren't as high as like your other nights. Like, what's going on? And we'd be like, oh, unfortunately, this crowd doesn't drink as much. So, pros and cons for all the different variations.
Right.
Great. And as you guys just mentioned that you work with Miss Pooja and Rav Super, as you said?
Yeah.
And which other artists you have worked with in the past?
Well, we just recently worked with Arjun Rumpal, which was a big one.
Classic.
BK, we've worked with 4 times.
Sultan.
Sultan, SB, and Palwan.
Yeah. Obviously, our local guys too.
Pav Dadia.
Moga and Chaninata
Yeah,
guys.
exactly. Intense.
Intense. Yep.
The list goes on. And we were very fortunate, to be very honest, to just be able to have that relationship with all of these different artists. Because just as much as we're doing for them, they're doing for us and our community. And really just, solidifying that, just reminding us that, okay, we're actually doing something really proper here. And our community is loving it. And the relationships that we're building and continuing with is working really good.
So to talk about a bit about how was Arjun Rampal's night?
It was an interesting night. Yeah.
How was the experience overall?
The experience was great. I think for one, I think it really gives us a lot of credibility. Such a large star like Arjun Rampal, working with him and his,
Especially after the Rundred.
yeah,
it was-
absolutely. Oh man.
I love like your video which you put on Instagram, like Arjun Rampal dropping bombs.
Yeah. Well, that's
You were wild for that.
yeah, that did get a lot. Yeah, because and then I actually caught him on a hot mic when we went and retrieved him at the airport.
Right.
And he's like, oh, you're right. I think I've seen you on Instagram. I was like, what? You seen me on Instagram? Buddy, I watch you on the theaters. Forget about Instagram.
Right.
But that was fortunate. So again, I think that was one of those opportunities. But now, as we continue progressing, I think we want to do bigger and larger. Now we know for sure. Again, starting from that proof of concept, those 8 weeks. Okay, is that going to work? Can we go to a larger venue? Okay, is that going to work? To expanding to 3 nights on the Granville Strip, is that going to work?
Yeah.
And now bringing in artists and international shows and so on and so
Because
forth.
Arjun Rumble was like a 1,200 person concert or DJ show. Like that was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had fun that night.
Yeah. No, it's great.
It was really nice.
Yes. Yeah.
So coming to the point, why 4Motion Live? What it is?
Yeah.
So like Andrew said, trying new concepts, making changes, trying to grow. So we really want to grow our show platform. We want to have these bigger shows, bigger production, because I think when we've really solidified the nightclub scene. Club Mumbai, if you want a good Desi night to go out and dance and enjoy Indian music, okay, cool, go to the club night. But I think what 4Motion Live is going to be our platform for these big shows. So we just announced Imran Khan, which is a huge show for us. It's something we've actually talked about since day one, it would be so great to get someone like an Imran Khan to come to the shows, because we grew up on things like Amplifier.
Exactly. And honestly, when I came to know you guys are doing it, I was so excited. Imran Khan coming to Vancouver and vibing on those songs. Nobody can match
And he hasn't
that.
been to Canada for over 11 years, and this is his first show in Vancouver.
Yeah,
Oh,
first
wow.
time.
First time in Vancouver.
Yeah. And the demand's been unreal. So to be honest, it's a 2,000 person venue. We sold 25% of the tickets in the first 48 hours. It was nuts.
Happening at Harbor, right?
Harbor Event Center, exactly.
That's right.
So, that's a great venue. The owners of that place, they're good friends of mine for the last 20 years. And, they were so excited for us to bring the show to them, because even they're Persian and white people, right? But they knew Imran Khan. As soon as we said it, they were like, "No way, you guys got him. That's sick!" Even they're excited. People that are not part of the South Asian community have still heard about.
This is what I was saying him. I guess we were at somebody's place last week, and then we were telling him he's coming here, and then even whites know him because he's so popular.
He's
everywhere.
world renowned.
My friend Jay, actually on the ride here, he was telling me he went to a hookah lounge the other day, and the owner is a Persian guy, and he told him, "Oh yeah, Imran Khan's coming. We're doing the show in September." He's like, "Bro,
Amplifier guy.
I'll be there 100%." Yeah, Amplifier. People know Amplifier, Bevafa. That's for us. That was our first taste of Indian music, growing up.
Yes.
Well, it was a cross to the hip hop, because I think we really grew up on rap and hip hop. I think that was really our thing, R&B and things like that. And then we didn't really, and just as a tidbit, even back then, you would not catch us blasting Indian music in our vehicle. If you are, windows are up, volume is okay listening. And now look at it, how things have changed. We can open the front door and you'll hear Punjabi music being blasted, Indian music being blasted. Things have rapidly changed.
That's true.
So Four Live will be basically like a premium version of Club Mumbai, but bringing artists to Vancouver.
It's going to be bigger production shows.
Bigger
So
production.
this is where we can dip into the world and maybe, eventually doing like a 4Motion festival. It doesn't necessarily have to be, even South Asian artists, right? It just has to be something that appeals
with everybody.
everybody.
That's
the
right.
mainstream demographic.
And I was going to say that I think Club Mumbai is nightclub South Asian weekly. 4Motion is
Special events.
special events, large scale, festivals, whatever have you. But it's also the whole idea behind it is that it's going to be open platform. We're even thinking about maybe steering away a little bit from South Asian events
Right.
altogether. Maybe doing sit down events, comedy shows, name it. Like that's kind of the idea. I think we really wanted to create that platform so that it gave us the ability to do more.
Yeah, it'll be special like one-off events versus like the weekly club night scene.
Right.
I think
like-
Vancouver definitely need that for sure.
Yeah,
So
I think so.
Mr. Khan is coming to your show, and then you're launching him with the 4Motion Live.
Yes,
Is
that's
that your
our
first show?
That is our first show.
yeah.
So you're launching 4Motion Live.
Yes,
Under that
yes,
banner,
yeah. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, and we're doing it with our partners with Nazara. So Nazara is like another big
Yes, and
South
Nazar Live.
Nazara Live, right? So they do
Yeah.
like the Tamasha events, Bollywood events more so. They do them all over North America. They're good friends of ours. Actually, we've been friends with them for 5-6 years now. And this is our first event with them because we just felt that Imran Khan needed that big of like platform and heavy hitters to get behind it because it's gonna be like everyone wants to be a part of it. Like it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
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 And I think collaboration is really what's catapulted us to where we are today. I think, getting those opportunities. So I think Nazara is really going to bring that spice that we really need to
Yes.
put this to the next level.
What else is special about that night, Imran Khan?
Well, just the fact that it's going to be our biggest event that we've ever done, like 2,000 people is no small feat. I actually wish we had a bigger venue, the show they're doing in Toronto with him is going to be 3,500 people at Rebel Nightclub. And, I wish Vancouver had those sort of venues, but because our population isn't as big as Toronto's, 2,000 is kind of the biggest venue you can get without jumping to like the stadium level of like
Right.
10,000 people and stuff like that, right? Which might be a little bit too big for Imran Khan.
I'm really happy for you guys.
Thank
honestly.
you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate
that. Yeah. We're happy
And-
for us too.
We are. Yeah. We've come a long way.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears,
A lot.
right?
Oh, and also let's talk about your documentary. Honestly, yes. What how did you come up with the plan of having the documentary?
Honestly, I think it really came down to a lot of people were just always asking about our story.
Right.
And whoever did know our story were very inspired, and we were very thankful for that. And we've got a large scale team. We've got our own in-house media, and just back and forth. We're like, hey, you know what? Why don't we create a documentary?
Right.
Because it was coming up to our 5-year anniversary at the time.
Yes.
So we thought we wanted to do something special and be able to put it out there.
And it was more so for our team. It was more so for us to document like what we'd accomplished. And if we even just joked around with each other, we're like, hey man, we're spending all this money to create this documentary. Like, if no one else ever sees it besides our kids, okay, fine. Like that sort of thing. When we're Budday, like we can show this to our kid,
Yeah,
whoever,
like what?
and say, we did something when we were young, but it got really good, reception from everybody. People loved it. We got shared around all over the world. I even had like one person that when they moved here and they joined our team, one of the first things they told us in the interviews, they go, I saw this documentary back in India, and I'm like, when I go to Vancouver, I want to work with these guys. I'm like, wow, that's so
wow.
cool. Like,
Yeah.
So cool.
that, you've been researching us or like hearing about us from India.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're not with us anymore. But anyways, they worked with us for a bit. It was
Yeah,
cool.
and it just gave a lot of guests that we don't, get a chance to connect with personally,
To know us on a deeper
to
level.
connect with us. Yeah,
And then they know your journey, your story, and everything.
totally. Yeah. And it's been doing great, like over 9,000 views and still
Yeah.
running. It kind of sums up everything. So
Yeah.
if your viewers have a chance, we would love for them to go
Yes.
check that out.
Yeah,
Sounds
absolutely. Yeah, if they want more information of our journey.
Yeah, exactly.
And where people have to contact for tickets and everything for the show.
www.4motionlive.ca.
Yep.
Otherwise, you can go to our IG page as well, 4Motion Live. And yeah, you'll find all the tickets and all the details there.
And any special discount for people
For
who will be buying
viewers?
from 2 cents?
I wish, man.
I was gonna say I was looking for our discount. I don't even
We've
know if
got so many friends and family. They're like, "Oh, you can't just hook it up." We're like, "Oh man, not for Imran Khan." Like,
yeah. Only
Yeah.
if they saw the balance sheet.
yeah. It's an uphill battle, but it's gonna be worth it. You know.
Yes,
So.
For sure.
And I think that's what really Formotion is for us too, because now we can invest in larger scale shows.
True.
Yes.
Because we already know that we're able to do it, and we've got a community that's able to follow us.
Right.
So we're really looking forward to the future. So Imran Khan's only a start,
Yeah.
for sure.
No, for
Sounds
sure.
good.
I think people are excited. We are excited,
We're
actually.
excited. Vancouver is going to be really happy because we will have something here.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
terms
like
of
I mean,
nightlife.
like we can tell the excitement. Like when I see like even just we only have like one poster with like Imran Khan's face on it,
Yeah.
and it like got shared like 1,800 times in like 48 hours, and I was
Yes.
like, people are talking about this. Like this is wild. Like
Yes.
There we go. This
Yeah.
was a sign.
Yeah,
it is,
yeah,
it
yeah,
is,
yeah.
yes.
So
It's
people
gonna
are
go
excited.
great, especially with Formotion on board now. So
Yeah. Thank you.
Like-
Yeah.
in collab with Club Mumbai. So people, you already have a proven concept, as you said many times. So people trust you guys with the entertainment industry and nightlife in Vancouver.
And we're very proper. Like I think like the good thing about our team is that like we're very like by the book. We're very like knowledgeable. We're very straightforward, transparent with everyone that we work with. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things that all our collaborators and people that we work with are happy with is that like we're not like beating around the bush. We'll be very straight up with people, and sometimes people don't like that, but they appreciate it in the long run.
Yeah.
That you guys told us exactly what to expect, and that's exactly what happened. And
Yeah, and a lot of people get surprised when they see Tubbs and I out there. Like, dude, we're in the trenches.
Yeah.
We're not in the ivory tower and dictating. Going like, I'll be in there. I'm digging the hole with you. Bro.
yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
do. If we're gonna win, we're gonna win together. And I think our mentalities have always clicked that way. We're both eights.
Yes.
Besides the fact that we've been connected for a very long time, I think just
And we saw that as well ourselves, like
Yeah.
you being actually letting people in, working as yourselves, like a security guard sometimes.
And some
Or
people are
collecting
ashamed.
tickets.
I'll be honest with you. Some people are ashamed. They're like, why are you doing that? Like, well, why?
No, it's my word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. And I
Yes.
enjoy it. Honestly,
Yes.
I enjoy it. A lot of people think
Yeah.
it might be, and that's okay,
Yeah.
But I enjoy it thoroughly. Tubbs enjoys it. Jag, Tubbs, TBM, and our entire team. Like, that's what it is. Like, you want.
Yeah, no job is beneath us. It's just it's a team effort, and
True.
if we want to get the job done, we're all.
And everyone sees that, and I think that's what resonates with a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're going to get when you sign up with us.
And that's why people trust Club Mumbai.
Thank you.
Yeah, and they have for so long. Yeah,
And they have, yeah. So that's the whole idea. So hopefully that same trust are going to move over to Formotion.
Sounds
Awesome.
good.
Any last message for the people who are watching today?
Come out to our events. If you come out, say
Yeah.
hi to us. We're very friendly. We, we'll always stand there for a conversation. But
Yeah, just keep supporting, and we love the community. We love you guys. We love the collaborations. Looking forward to doing bigger and better shows.
And we're open for feedback. Like even if for you guys, any of your viewers, if you guys ever feel like, hey, you guys could do this better, or why don't you guys do a show with this person? Like we're always open to hear like what people want.
So like I would like say something. I want like a rooftop Bollywood party happening in Vancouver. This is something I've never seen here.
Because there's not that many rooftops.
When I was in Toronto, like I could see like my friends going out and they were like, yeah, I want to like let's go out. But then here,
And we would love, honestly, all those cool types of experiences that we see in other cities, we would love to, but getting
just like throwing you guys the idea.
there's so many
love it.
restrictions in the city. Then it'll come down to noise level, then over intoxication,
Yeah.
unruly gas, additional security. And see, this is what I mean. When a guest arrives, they see all the lights and everything, and it's
Yeah.
all proper. But did you see how many people canceled and didn't show up for their shift, or that you had to reschedule, or whatever the background stuff is? You don't see all
You
of
don't
that
see
work,
that.
right? You see the finished product.
Totally.
So-
Like not to give you guys too many details, but we had another show lined up for 4Motion, and the artist we had booked, which we can't share, but they had a family emergency and we had to cancel that show. But guess what? The venue we paid, thousands of dollars to reserve for, we lost that money because, that's part of the
Can't
game.
really do
Yeah,
that.
and,
part of the
and we
game.
try to pivot as best as we can, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's
But
part
those
of
are the
business.
things that people don't see. They see, oh, you guys came and you guys partied. That's great. Like I have auntie all the time. They're like, You still party for work? Like, yeah, I can.
What?
That's exactly what I
What
do.
can
I'm
you
just
expect from
partying. Yeah. You know, like, wasn't that a college job? Like, you still do that? Yeah, I'm still doing it 20 years later. Yeah.
That's
Our
funny.
parents' generation don't understand the concept
Oh,
anymore.
I used to be a travel agent. My mom still to this day, she's like, you should go back to be a travel agent. I go, Mom, I make 3 times more money doing what I'm doing and I enjoy what I'm doing. She's like, yeah, but you got to sit in an office and wear a tie.
Oh my god. For them, like that's the word.
For them, they're like,
It
okay,
is changing though,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
honestly,
Yes.
even the elders, like even my family members, are like, "Hey, man, this Club Mumbai thing is actually something legit."
Yeah.
I'm
they get
telling
shocked.
you guys,
And
man.
you know what it is? When you stick to something for so long, you know, people see that you take it seriously.
Yes.
It's not just, you know, a fad or something that you were interested in for 2 days.
Yeah,
But, you know,
minimum 5 years, right?
This is like something serious you guys are doing.
something
Yeah,
serious.
for any new business, you know, if you can last at least 5 years, that's
Already
then you know
better
you've
than
got something
80%
going.
of the people.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Andrea,
thank you.
and Tubbs.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, we were excited, and we will also tell our audience to be part of Formotion and Imran Khan's show.
Yes, yeah,
Thank you.
please,
Awesome.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much.
Great,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for watching. And till then, good luck. See you next time.